Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Tonight we're going to return to Oxygen Not Included and finish up our self-powered metal refinery and also hopefully get to build some solar panels, and we'll definitely be launching some more rockets tonight. So first off, I was talking to, I think it was maybe in Phasian's stream, I can't remember now, let's unpause the game. These don't actually need to be steel. These can be just iron. And we're actually better off that way, because then we don't have to spend as much money on all the stuff. And I need to come up with a better, more stable cooling loop for this at some point. Because the water we have coming out of this is only going to be coming out of this when we're actually making steam up here. So I need to come up with a better cooling loop. But we'll have to figure that out in a future episode. So let's go ahead and destroy these, tear these down, and build them out of iron. While we're at it, we can also, let's see, disconnect. This is the petroleum line that's going to come up. We can disconnect that there so that it doesn't continue beyond this point right now, because we need to use it. We're going to use the petroleum as coolant. And then I was scrolling around here and I saw this was broken. So that's crude oil coming into the refinery here. And we need to bridge out, oops, we need to bridge out the petroleum here. And this should probably actually be, how hot is this? 47, yeah, this should have been, all should have been igneous insulated pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and replace all that too. The igneous, good. Oh, we'll go here and then we'll just jump it up, I think. That'll work out fine. Good pipe, igneous rock. You're taking the ladder. Get this rebuilt. All insulated. That'll keep the heat in a little bit. We also ended last time with sending Catherine into space. We need to make sure we catch that before she comes back so that she doesn't bust through the doors. Oh good, they took these down. Okay, let's make these out of... And the reason these can be made out of not steel is because it disables itself. Where's it at? It disables itself at 100 degrees Fahrenheit anyway. So there's no way it's going to reach, should ever reach its overheat temperature. And if it does, we have other problems. So I think I'm fine with this being made out of iron for that reason. Then get in there and make those. Let's do a decently powerful sweep here. We'll take these up a high enough priority as well. Is there some... Oh, plastic. Junk. Okay, good. I don't know what else is in there, but there's something else in there. It wants to sweep. Whatever it was, they just picked it up. Alright, so hopefully they will make this fairly quickly. Then we can get that petroleum up here. We can get it connected in. And we can get it started tonight. New printables. I guess we can click that and see what happens. We could use some omelets, I suppose. Okay, good. Sydney's hard at work in the telescope. We could also change this, and I have this, I've done this before, automation overlay. So if we took this signal here, and if we used an OR gate, we could have these doors open with the rest of them when the base is open. And then we could also have it open when we want it to be open due to the switch. It's kind of a... It doesn't really matter in the long run type of situation. And actually this might be better leaving it this way. Kind of experimenting with it on a side game. But leaving it this way means that I can get a dupe up here to clean this off before it all falls down. Otherwise we might want to have like robo-miners down here to clean off the landing pad. Which means a robo-miner on each side. and also to clean off where it falls down here. Wandable is just slow, so he's starving. Hey, Phasian, welcome to the stream. Alright, so that can be fixed, hopefully. Okay, these got built. Everything got cleaned out of here. Do another sweep check, good. Let's also sweep that just in case. I don't want it to fall in there. I actually want them to use it, but I don't know if they'll actually use it here or not. But hopefully they'll get up there and sweep it before the builders get up there and build it. What do we have in here as far as junk? Polluted oxygen should be fine. I don't think it really matters. A little piece of carbon dioxide here. Like, yep, and then maybe a little piece of oxygen depending on what happens with it. Maybe not. It should be fine. It shouldn't really matter what's in there. But yeah, we'll have to actually set up a cooling loop at some point. And run some coolant kind of just through here, just as a precautionary measure. Doesn't have to be much, but a little bit would help. Alright, let's look at how this is going. They're still building it. But it has already started filling the pipe. I don't think that causes a mess, right? Replacing the pipes doesn't actually cause a mess. We drained out what was made, but they're going to refine some more, so that's good. I'm going to assume not, since there's just water down here. You might want to do a sweep and a mop down here. Mop. There we go. Okay. So we could connect this in and get that coolant loop going. I did think of one other thing, though. We actually need to have here someplace a tank. You don't always need these buffers. Let's see. How hot is this going to be? It probably needs to be made out of steel. I'd rather have it over here. Yeah, I'd rather have it over there. Just for pipe squiggliness. Make those kind of fast. Put those back kind of fast. This just needs to be a 6. Okay, good. Reservoir. Then these need to get broken. Or this one here, I guess, just needs to get broken. That can be reconnected like that. And this can go into there. So the reason for the tank... Wait, is that right? Yes. The reason for the tank is because of... This has an internal reservoir of some amount that I don't know is documented anywhere. And if this pipe gets full and this reservoir can't empty completely, then you'll get... then this will all stop. Because this can't empty. So the reservoir gives us just a little bit of buffer so that this pipe can't continue emptying even if this is full. Otherwise, you have to make sure you have enough of an air gap, and I would rather this thing be able to run non-stop, if it can, by having the tank here. So it's a little bit better in the long run. Even if it's a pain in the neck now. Igneous for this one too, sure. So all I'm going to do is just have them build this and then tear it down. Liquid bridge, there it is. Let's check our star map. Okay, we got 0.8 cycles. We need to go open the doors at about 0.3. So we need to be careful here. Let's do that fast. Somebody? Anybody? Roadster? There he is. Alright, now let's go in here. Oh, this is backwards. Okay, well, we'll wait then until the rocket lands. Let's see, 0.7 still. So thanks to Wandable via Phasian Phoenix, I now know about the points of interest shortcut hotkeys. You can use Control and then the number row to set them, and then Shift in the number row to jump to them. And they're really useful for saying, okay, let's look at the rocket type stuff. Okay, let's go back down here to smelting. You can set and release those that way. Back up to the rocket, and this is going to land in the middle of the night, I guess. Or no, it'll land first thing in the morning. I guess we can open it, because there's no meteor shower now anyway. Of course, there probably will be by the time we're ready for it, but what are you going to do? Alright, still a half a cycle. So I guess it'll be the middle of the day when it lands. For some reason I was thinking that the nighttime was longer than it is. So I don't know if I even said anything or if anybody's noticed, but now that we're up here in space, we have quite a hefty amount of gold amalgam and copper ore, and I think there's, or maybe this, no, the gold amount, or the copper ore is probably just stuff that fell, but iron, that are here, just coming. No, there's copper ore over here. So copper ore, gold amalgam, but not iron ore. It's refined iron that we can pick up out here in space. So that's pretty cool. Point 3. It will be landing soon. Who else? Wandable could really use some exosuit stuff, so let's get him moving. Problems. Primacy could take another thing. Maybe we'll just give him farming. One is good unless he wants rocket navigation. That puts him pretty close. Ebon is already at pretty much mark. That puts me pretty close. That's going to be worse. Tumbleweeds. Probably have this. Llama could take, and it's going to be pretty close too. Kelsey's going to get close with anything else. Let's see. Everyone else is pretty much stuck where they are too. Alrighty. Almost there. I don't like to not babysit this because then the meteor shower will come, I'll leave the doors open, and it'll break a bunch of stuff down here. So, I like to babysit it. Yeah, it's a little bit warm. It's amazing the difference between the top layer and the bottom layer, though. Point 1, here it comes. I'm glad, too, the rocket's heat doesn't actually damage these. Unless, I guess, maybe they overheat eventually, but granite doesn't overheat fairly low, so we're pretty safe. Come on back. Here it comes. Okay, close this door. As soon as the rocket shuts off. There it is. I can open this thing up. And turn Catherine loose. Alright, so we can start providing some more steam. Eventually. This needs to be built back. And then we can get the petroleum in. It flowed backwards. Oh, because it was confused. It happens. It'll flow back up. If it came back down here because it didn't know where to go. So I think I want to deconstruct this one. No, we'll deconstruct this one. When it's time. Flowing, here it comes. So I'll basically go until... So this is going to flow in here. Maybe I should have done a valve for it. I think I'll go until this is full and this has just a bit in it. Maybe like 100 or so. And then we'll see if that's good enough. We may add more later. But yeah, this reservoir, internal reservoir, takes a lot. Still ringing it in. I think it's like 1,000 or something, probably. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we can deconstruct, and it's nighttime. Oh boy. Alright, well, we're gonna have a lot of petroleum in here then. Hopefully it's not gonna fill up, because these things hold a lot. 5 tons. So, we're gonna have more than we need, but it'll be alright. It's pretty cheap. Autosave. I guess I could have done a top priority and made somebody get up here fast. Woke them up. But it's not that big of a deal. Just a little bit of a waste. We could even pump some of it back out eventually too, back into the line if we really wanted to. Alright, so let's turn the water on. Let's get some water in here for steam making. This is at vacuum. This one. This is at vacuum. And we can get some steel going. Do like 50. And it's at 6, so somebody will come up here and operate it. It'll probably be IT machinist, but he is still asleep because he's a night owl. Wow, what is it that Llama and Kelsey are doing? Oh, that's supply. Okay. I mean, Llama's a machinist too. Llama's gonna bring in... We probably shut this off. Yeah, that's plenty. 100 times 8 or so tiles here. 10? Yeah. Alright, we need an operator now. Oh, Peps is gonna operate. Okay. No, Peps is supplying. Alrighty. That's fine. So what I should probably do here is put some storage in to store the items we need for fabricating steel. Why is that loading more coolant in? Interesting. Maybe because it's steel? Because it's got 1,200 in it now. All right, there they go. So when this thing kicks on, or kicks the heated petroleum out, there it goes. Let's turn this on. You can see the petroleum flowing. It is 177 degrees, which is fairly cool at this point, but it's starting out at 50. So this will take a little bit to heat this water up. It'll take some time. It might even take a second recipe to heat this up, but do not fear, it will heat it up. Still heating. Printables. Huh. It takes some ice. No. We got 41 tons of ice. That's good for now. All right, where are we at now? 85 degrees in the water. Well, fuel thruster's been researched, so we could start another one. And there it went. That was the end of the recipe full. Here comes some more. And now it's getting hotter. Because the fluid's going in at about 100 degrees, now it's going to be getting hotter coming in. It's gonna the temperature of the average. Here it goes, starting to rain. All right, so we are making steam now. Almost all the water has been converted. Another recipe or two should get us up to steam turbine temperatures. Let's talk about power here for a second. This takes 1200. These are off, so they don't take anything. They're never going to be used again. And these can provide up to 850 apiece, so that's 1700 total. If we can get this system, and that's where we may need some more supplying, some more automated supply going on, which we could do later with the automation setup. This setup will eventually start producing pretty close to 1200 watts, even running intermittently like this. Like it'll produce enough power to make up for the loss here. I think it'll eventually run, if we get enough materials in, it'll eventually run these at full speed. So that means a 500 watt surplus. Materials are you waiting for? Iron. So yeah, so we definitely need to have some better system here of hooking up power, or hooking up the supplies here. And I don't want to kick the priority up beyond 6 because I don't have enough duplicates to make one basically be dedicated to this. Actually 2, because you need somebody doing supplies. Alright, there goes llama. So we're starting at 105 degrees, which is steam. And it doesn't cool much in here because of the ceramic tile and the low heat transfer here. Because the only thing that the heat transfer basically stops with this joint plate. So it doesn't really, the heat doesn't really escape this at all. Okay. Getting there. I just want to see kick on once. So the big advantage of this system is that we no longer have to worry about generating too much heat when refining metals. Now, this loop might eventually overheat. We may have to get, or these may overheat, so we have to get more fluid through this loop to cool it down. but it's there they go. So, I mean, right now this is only producing 240, 250 watts. This one hasn't kicked on, just trying to, but this one hasn't kicked quite on yet. There it goes. So, I mean, right now we're only producing 550, maybe, yeah, about 500, 550 watts total. So we're not power positive yet with this 1200, but they're barely getting used yet. And we have a lot more, we could go a lot more frequently with this. And I mean, this itself isn't using 1200 watts constant, so we're probably about equal in any given time, or over time, I should say. All right, so let's leave that alone because that's working. It'll take some time for it to kick in, but we'll come back and check on it later. All right, let's get this cooled down. We have 40 kilos at 130. Let's bring in some more water. All right, that's about 60 some odd. 60-ish. All right, let's turn on the escape hatch here. So we'll launch another mission here. So we found out that we can get isoresin and niobium from this rock. I'll do one more study of it just to get that other bonus research, and then we'll switch to this rock. Before we can get to these, we'll have to use that booster that we researched. So we'll have to get that going, which we'll probably save till the next episode, just because I don't think that we'll get through that much of this. Let's get this going also. We did all these researches up here. I think we did everything. All we have left is the rocket-related stuff. We're not going to do the next tier of engine just yet. We'll go with solid cargo so we can actually start retrieving stuff from these rocks. Alright. Keep on cooking. So I really should have rebuilt this to have 2 gas pumps in here, because that would double our throughput. And we kind of could. I mean, we could bring this down to a reasonable temperature, let the water escape from it, or just pump it all out, pump all the steam out. That might not be a bad idea to do, because this does take a while. So maybe we won't bring any more water in. We'll get this pump down to basically nothing. And then put another pump in. Widen this room a little bit. We have to move some of this other stuff around. Yeah, well, let's move some of this other stuff around. So we're at safe temperature here. Let's move some stuff. Autosave, thank you. We should never need this again, but we'll move it anyway. This, I would have just run it that way, but we'll put it out here. And this one can come out here. Like that. We can actually do a good chunk of this work, like we can do this part here. We can build this wall here once they're done building all the stuff. Do the clock sensor before we do the automation wires. Doing in here, 145 degrees. We better shut this off. And, yeah. And they built the automation wire first anyway. It happens. But it should be okay. We'll just turn it off. Man, you're even building the tiles first. Why? Why are you waiting to build that one till the very last moment? Crazy dupes. Okay. Put it down. I'm gonna leave gas in here, I think. Sweep that. Let's build ceiling here. And then we'll get in this way to build. Actually, we can build the pump and we can just take the wall down at the end. We have plenty of room here. Build the pump. Construct that. I'm just going to set this to 653 because we might as well not waste it. Right, 653. Yep, just check the number. Clean that up. So we can talk about the solid fuel thruster because we actually need to make oxalate in order to use this. So I'll have to build an oxalate refinery room for this, which is why we probably won't use this until the next episode, just because it's going to be too much, it'll be a lot of time, and I don't think we'll have time tonight. Telescope's idle. We researched, we scanned, whatever you want to call it. Planet, must have been this one we scanned, the volcanic planet. That's going to be a useful, or an interesting set of things to carry around. Magma. I don't know how much visiting of that planet will do with cargo. And build this. And build this. And we can build... Ooh, we can build this. We'll just have to disable it because it'll pump for no reason. But we might as well get everything built. And so here with these pipes, we want them to be merged like this. We could use a bridge too. A bridge would work fine. But this way we kind of get... They kind of use what they can use. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. With the magma, you could use it as a, free geothermal heat. Excellent point. We have a frozen core, don't we? Okay. I'm a little slow today, apparently. There's a chunk of steel sitting here. Weird. There's also some right there. Maybe we sweep this stuff up. How are we doing? We have just past halfway. So that we won't actually be able to use this until the next rocket, but... Getting there. 14 left. Not sure why I keep saying the pipe is blocked. Interesting. Maybe it's because it's confused now because of this being here. But it's keeping a steady 500, so it's not really thinking that it's blocked. So, my plan for solar is I think to... I was going to think about doing some out here, but there's not really that much room out here. Maybe we'll leave that for more scanners if we decide to build more scanners. Maybe we can come this way with solar. I want to leave enough room for at least 3 rockets, maybe 4. So this rocket is... I can disable this now. This rocket is... We need 2 spaces here for the gantry. And then the rocket itself is 7 spaces wide. And then I'd like to leave a couple of spaces here. Maybe just say 2. And then a ladder in between each one. And then repeat. That way we could have gantries on both sides if we need it or anything like that. So, in between the ladders we need 11. So the ladder makes 12. Not counting the first ladder. That's 12 out to here. Can't really see where I've got the thing. Put it up here. 12 there. So if we said, how big is 48? Is that too big? Is that too insane? Save. They can't reach that anyway, so we can leave it there. That gives us that much space for solar. Oh, the 7? Yeah. It is weird. How many spaces is that? Minus a couple, maybe 76, 74. Solar panels are also a strange dimension. They are also 7. And then the design I use doesn't pack them super tightly. So for every solar panel, basically turns the solar panels into 8 instead of 7. So 72 would be 9 solar panels. Which is 380 watts times 9. But one more rocket reel only gives us like 1 more solar panel. Because that would be 74, 86. Yeah, it doesn't give us a whole nother one. Well, it might give us 1 extra one. So what we could do is just work our way all the way to the end with the bunker doors. We have a lot of steel, so we could do that. Work our way all the way to the end with the bunker doors, see where it kind of goes, and then square it up at the end. Best we can. And start at the far end and work our way back. That might be the easiest option. Or the most nonsensical, one or the other. Right, where are we at with this? We're done. We went down to vacuum. Oh, nice. Okay, let's disable this. Let's enable this one. Deconstruct these guys. And of course it's nighttime. We could always take some coal. So yeah, so with the solar panels, I basically make each solar panel 8 with the design I use, and we'll get to that hopefully soon enough. We did not quite get enough steam. That's a bummer. Give this a high... Why did you do that? High priority here. I'm cleaning up all this junk. You know what we could do with the refinery? Actually jump down there and see how it's going. Ooh, look, it's chugging away. We're making 450 plus 330. That's pretty good. That's just about 800. We could do here. Let's put some storage bins in. Let's do granite. Iron, lime, refined carbon, and steel out. I have a dedicated bin for each. We'll put it up to a priority of 6 so that it brings items here over the general storage. And then the duplicants at least can manually keep this full as they have time. instead of only filling it when the refinery demands it. Okay, that finished. Let's do a swift sweep here. Why no priority person? Not unreachable. Weird. Okay. Seal that off. We can pull this back down to vacuum again. Fortunately, it's pretty close. As long as only one type of gas is in here, it'll pull down a vacuum pretty quickly. Actually, don't necessarily have to pull it down to vacuum. But it's faster if you only have one type of gas. Alright, MoGraph is delivering to both. Good. Is he able to carry all that? That's 800 kilograms. Must have servo motors in that exosuit or something. Nice. Right. Pull this down to vacuum again. It's already almost there. Let's just like disappear. That's weird. Doesn't even let it go past. It just disappears. It doesn't do damage like it does in the power stuff. It just disappears. How close are we actually? Micrograms. That's funny. Like it's depleted. Okay. We'll shut those off for now. Bring some more water in here. And we can turn this thing on. And it already started producing steam. Briefly. I want about 100 kilos in each cell, because that'll be about 50 in each once it's converted to gas. Okay, that should be good. Just let that heat back up. It'll take it a little bit because it got cool. That's really dang cold. Nice. How are we doing out here? Good, you guys are building away. So, the other thing I thought of with this is we're eventually gonna have power issues. Power is there. Our potential's gonna soar a little bit, but we can always take this one and run it along and power some of the other doors with it. Because we can always bring this one up. We have it ready to go here. To bring this one up. We're not quite ready to go. We need to build another power thing there. But we can bring it up here and power more doors with it. I want to watch what it looks like actually when the doors open. Because, yeah. Did it actually use all 120 watts, or how is that mathed out? Oh, we've already spent pretty much all of it now. But we're making more. How's this going? Oh, not going anywhere yet. Still heating up. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Okay, so we want refined metal, iron, that is 6, Consumable ore. Lime at a 6. Consumable ore again. Refined carbon at a 6. And manufactured material steel at a 6. That'll just keep, hopefully, stuff kind of close. Once we have, like I said before, once we have the shipping stuff built, which we haven't done yet, once we build these conveyor rails and stuff, we could actually have it picking up stuff. We have to rework our storage a little bit, but have it picking up stuff from our storage and delivering it up here, automated style. Yeah, it's going to shut off in a second. Or, yep, there it goes. But it's going to heat back up in not much time either. Yes, these things are getting up into the 60s already. The water that's flowing here is not going to be enough. They're walking along the roof here, too. I should probably bridge across here and let them start kind of chopping this down a little bit, because that'll give them better access to the refined iron and stuff that's up there, and all the gold amalgam and stuff as well. A lot of work, but somebody's got to do it. I will break that automation wire at some point, wherever we decide where everything is going to go. But at least I have it kind of controlled by this right now. But that'll change. Oh, I'm going to have to rework that anyway. Because I'm going to want the doors above here controlled by the switch, by the sensor. But I want the regular signal from here, from these guys, to pass through. So we'll have to rework how the automation signal works. Just do a bypass. Go along that wire that we're going to put in. Really? You could have just kept building across the row there. But okay. And it's the end of the day. Oh, wait, this. Oh, good. We're turning into steam now. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to wait till, again, it gets up to 120 or so, just so we have that buffer for the time it takes to travel. Well, this may not be working like I hoped it would. Because there's not much in each one, if anything. We do still have well, kind of low on lime. We need to go mine some fossil. That iron, we have plenty of. But yeah, we're probably going to go mine some fossil. We're going to run out of lime soon. We can only make 25 more recipes of lime, or of steel with the lime we have. Which will get us right to the end of this. Still. Cool, Lana's bringing in stuff. I should set a waypoint down here in the bottom as well, so that I can easily jump down there. We're also going to need to mine out some of this diamond, which is miscellaneous. Yeah, we're going to need some of that. One of these places. There's plenty of fossil in here too. What are we pumping out here? Good, carbon. The other thing we could do at some point down here is make a ooh, that's a lot of crude oil pressed into those little squares. Is make a slickster farm. If we can get a bunch of carbon dioxide down here, then we can raise some slicksters. But all the carbon dioxide is settling down here, I guess. It's actually all turning into liquid because it's so cold down here. I wonder if it'd be worth it to put in a some sort of an airlock here. Yeah, that's a lot of oil, but I can't get it over here easily. So we'll wait. Go ahead and dig out some of this. Let's see. Let's do some scaffolding here. Then we can go up a bit into this area. And then we can clean across. We'll clean this out as well. Hopefully that'll reach. I think it will. We'll just kind of start strip mining this section here. We'll get into this diamond. We'll get some fossil in miscellaneous places. That's lead, but still. We could get this fossil out of here. That might not be a bad idea. And we'll just let them work on that too. So they got a lot of miscellaneous jobs here. Oh, look at that. All right, let's take some of that out. Go up here, see where we're at with our steam. Good temperature. Okay. Pump away. We're at just under 60. That's good. Need to keep some water coming in here. So now you can see that the bubbles merge together and they're each 500. Still doing the pipe block thing. They both are. They're both 500, so they're just merging in and making 1,000, which is the maximum for the pipe. So, and since it's the same gas, it just merges kind of naturally. Ooh, we're almost there. Let's turn this off. Might have turned it off just a hair too early. Nope. Perfect. Go ahead and let this get heated up. Yeah, let out just a little bit. Just fine. We'll let this heat up a little bit more, and then we can shut it off. So, who wants to be an astronaut today? I think we should send Calidorn into space. He's our cook, though. We have enough food to live without him. Did we give Lana the better skill? No. Who all has the better skill? We could give it to Kelsey. This is good because it cuts the time down a little bit. Yeah, Catherine didn't have it, so that's why it took the full 3 cycles. Whereas Phasian had it, so it only took him 2.7. Not that that matters a lot, but it'll matter later. I think we could send Lana, though. We might enjoy going to space. Then Peps. I'm just hesitant to send Calidorn because he's the primary cook, and Sydney's doing other work. I think she's the only other one that I allowed in there. Take that. Let's send Lana into space. I don't think she's here tonight, or she is. She's doing other things, keeping busy. So, doors are open. There it is. All right, let's launch. Last mission to this rock. Oh no! Dang it, I think I was too slow. Dang it, yes I was. I always forget the gantries. Who's weird enough? Calidorn? Or Phasian? Alright, so that launched. We can close these doors now. I want to look at the power usage on this wire. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is using all the wattage. So we do have to be careful on how the wires are loaded, because it will overload them. We may end up needing more power than even, 3 or 4 of these here. Just for the doors alone. I don't know, that phasing guy's pretty weird too. Ooh, look, meat. And a shovel egg. Let's jump back to base, which is H. Yeah, Sydney can't do any research, so she's doing scanning now. Oh, shovel eggs. That's what I was gonna do. Let's make these into lunch. Why we do these two? Oh, we're not eating these. Let's eat those. We probably should check on our ranch here too. 7, 5. Okay, let's do a couple of these. Interesting. Well, that's been there. Do it pinches. Wow, it must be like a lapse between the meteor showers. We haven't had one in a while. Holy cow, look at all this. Ore. Like a lot of gold amalgam and copper ore. Not as much iron as I thought. How that got there. Let's jump back down to 3. Yeah. Get that swept out. New seed. Before I go too far, do I again... And make sure I don't have any of those new creepy plants growing someplace. They'll like eat your brains out or something. Turn you into a zombie. Not good. We have a lot of carbon dioxide in here. A lot. It might be worth... Might be worth setting up a pump down here, a gas pump, and just blasting carbon dioxide down. Yes, a lot of it's going to come down here and freeze. I don't really mind that. Holy cow, is that a lot of liquid carbon dioxide or what? Wow. I don't know what we can use it for, but that's almost 1,000 kilograms. That's a lot. See. Doing pretty good so far. This can probably just get marked all the way out to where they're building now. Do a couple more of these now. How much further do we have to go? Surprisingly, not that far. Bayesian, you were just going to town here. Sometimes they get stuck. I've seen the robo-miners do the same thing. If a pile of crap falls, the robo-miners will try to mine it, and they'll just sit there and keep drilling at it, and they can't get it, so you kind of have to keep an eye on digging. I think it has to do with the way things fall. Sometimes it gets kind of confused. Not sure. I mean, 500,000 calories should be okay for 3 days, but Helen could probably go into space. He can go next. We'll send him next. This can probably get shut off. It's just nice and hot. We could put some more water in here, though. Cool it down. Balance it out. Because the good thing about this is it just needs to be just hot enough to stay as steam, long enough to get into the steam engine. Or steam turbine. No. Steam engine. Yes. Yes. Stop now. Thanks. That might have been a little too much. It'll balance out, I think. Yeah, it equalized. At a good temperature, too. About 110, 120. You're lying. There's plenty. For that one. Still digging away. Use about half your oxygen. Buried object in nothing? That's interesting. I'm gonna say that's a bug, but we might be able to cheese it out of there. Yeah. Go to sleep. Half done. Shoot the shove volt while you're at it. I hate those guys. What crap buried here too. Ooh, have we gotten any other any, have not gotten anything fancy yet. So sometimes the rockets will bring back, artifacts. And artifacts are just objects that can only be really used by placing them on a pedestal. And they have, the pedestal obviously has great decor, or decent decor, because you can use the granite. Ends up being, what's that, 6 plus 6? But the item you put on it has like 30 or 40 or 50 decor. So they're good to put in places where you have decor issues. Or really just anywhere. Yeah, we're just not producing enough. Okay, that can get sealed back off again. I don't care about the carbon dioxide that's in there. Yeah, I think we need to pump some of this carbon dioxide out, because there's many, many kilos in here, and it's a lot of pressure. Put into the, to kind of back pressure onto the base here. Yeah, because we got carbon dioxide leaking in now. Yeah, that's not really good. We can put some a gas pump down here. I think I'll just do one. Gas pump. Power for it. What do we have for power down here? Curly wire. We'll just let that chug away. You're waiting on... Oh, carbon this time. There's another one. Oh, that one's reachable. Oh, that one's gone. Interesting. Okay, that should be good. A little bit of iron and stuff down in here. We could dig our way down there to get it, but there's plenty up here for them to get a hold of. I'm not that worried about it. I don't think we got anything out of it. No. It's just a artifact of some kind. I mean, a programming artifact, not a collectible something or other. Nice, 2 dupes on the drills there. There's things fast. Boy, are we collecting a lot of regolith. These full yet? No, because they're not really sweeping it up. Oh, that was a telescope that I heard, making that crazy noise. All right, that was a carbon asteroid. Same. Oh no, that's where we're currently working. A helium giant, hydrogen, water, and niobium, and 2 mystery stuffs. Nice. Funny that it's a helium giant, but it's full of hydrogen. But hey, who's counting? Oh, we have enough now. It looks like. No, maybe. No. All right, that's far enough because I don't want them out here working under that. We don't have that much further to go. No, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Half a cycle. I'm gonna open the doors up. We'll let Lana land, and then I think that'll be the end of this episode. I don't know, Phasian, did you want to do any streaming tonight? Jump down here for something. Oh, I know what I jumped down here for. I noticed we didn't have any table salt. Let's make some table salt too. While they're at it. Do we need refined carbon? No, we need lime. We always need lime. Down here to our excavation. Do more out of that. Yeah, some good pressure in there. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll wrap this up and then I can find someone to raid. But I think as soon as this rocket lands, that'll be pretty much it. Well, it didn't overload when I... Oh, I don't have that many doors connected to the... Yeah, that's why. That's why. Okay. I was looking for someone to raid and... Ready for it. Comes the rocket. Close the door. Yep, he's definitely getting through. Open the gantry, let Lana out. And she isn't wearing a suit. Why is she not wearing a suit? That's weird. Can't tell because I don't know who's all out, but we need to check the suits at the beginning of the next episode. Alright, so that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow I need to not stream. I have an early day on Wednesday. So I'm going to have to take tomorrow off. But I will... Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just manually control the rocket bays and then just pass the sensor wire through. That's what I was thinking of doing. So I'm gonna have to take tomorrow off. And then I'll be back probably on Wednesday. Well, I'm not certain on that one, but probably. So let's go ahead and do a raid. I think I'll raid this one right here. Kind of someone at random. Playing oxygen not included. Alrighty. So, thanks everyone for coming. If you're new to the stream and you like my content, please consider following so you can get alerts when I go live. And also, I'm now a Twitch affiliate, so if you're interested in subscriptions, those are available. There are also some other support options available if you want to take a look at those using the support command. Otherwise, thanks everyone for coming, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.